Welcome everybody, you guys have been asking for it. So we're here today with another Aikido at Home training video for you all. Today's video will be in the follow along format with some minor instruction. We've also got many exciting videos planned for you guys, so be sure to like and subscribe so you don't miss out. We're here in Tokyo, Japan at the Shinjuku Cosmic Center, not far from the Aikikai Hombu Dojo, the Aikido headquarters of the world. A befitting space to put together an Aikido video for you all. Alright, let's get started. Make sure you prepare a suitable and safe space for practice. Today's video will feature a very light warm-up, but if you feel the need to warm up further, you're more than welcome to do so with whatever practices you see fit. Alright, let's get started. Good work everybody. Now we're going to move into warming up our wrists. Let's start with our Ikkyo. So for Ikkyo, we'll put our hands out like so, fingers pointed out like this. We're going to turn our thumb down and our opposite hand is going to grab the blade of our hand like so. Our thumb is going to collect our thumb like this. We're going to take a nice wide even stance and we're just going to gently push into our wrist like so while dropping our base. We're going to go on the right and on the left. Let's do it. Ich, ni, san, shi, go, dok. Now let's change sides, so left hand will come out. Thumb down, fingers collect the blade, thumb collects the thumb, and we sit into our Ikkyo. Ich, ni, san, shi, go, dok. Next one is our Nikkyo. So for this, same start, we're going to bring our hand out like so, we're going to turn our thumb down, but this time we're going to get our thumb and we're going to place our thumb on the blade of our hand and our fingers are going to collect the thumb instead. We're going to point our fingers as high up to the ceiling as they can without breaking our wrist, and we're going to drop our weight down into our Nikkyo wrist lock. Ich, ni, san, shi, go, dok. Beautiful, alternating sides now. Left hand, thumb down. Thumb collects the blade, fingers collect the thumb. Point the fingers to the sky and Nikkyo. Ich, ni, san, shi, go, dok. Beautiful, next is our Sankyo. For our Sankyo, we'll get our right hand and place a palm down like this, fingers together. My thumb is going to come into the back of my hand like so, just below my knuckles. My fingers are going to collect the blade of my hand, and I'm going to turn my palm out while driving my center into our Sankyo wrist lock. Let's do it. Ich, ni, san, shi, go, rok, sich, hach, kyu, ju. Left side, hand palm down, fingers together, thumb on the back of the knuckles, fingers collect the blade, and drive our center into our Sankyo. Ich, ni, san, shi, go, rok, sich, hach, kyu, ju. Last one is our Kotegashi. So our Kotegashi, we're going to bring our hand in front of ourselves like so. We're going to point our pinky to our nose like this. My thumb is going to take the back of my pinky knuckle, and my fingers are going to collect my thumb. Here, I'm going to drop my center down, push into my pinky knuckle for our Kotegashi wrist lock. Ich, ni, san, shi, go, rok, sich, hach, kyu, ju. Left side, we're going to bring our thumb out like so, point our pinky to our nose, thumb on the back of the pinky knuckle, fingers collect the thumb, and drop our center into our Kotegashi. Ich, ni, san, shi, go, rok, sich, hach, kyu, ju. Shake out your wrists, and let's move on. Let's move into a couple of strikes. Every Aikido exchange is either started with a grab or a strike. So today we're going to work one strike to initiate an exchange, and then another strike to create some kuzushi. Let's do it. Let's move into our first strike, which is our Yokumen Uchi. Yokumen Uchi translates to side of the head strike. So to start this, let's take our basic right kamae like so. We're going to pull our right hip back as we place our fingertips on our forehead like so. So I pull my right hip back, my fingertips come to my forehead here. My left hand raises as if I'm raising the sword. I raise both of my hands like so. Now here I push my right hip out and I attack Yokumen Uchi to the side of my imaginary partner's head. For the hand positioning, we're going to take a knife hand, so our fingers will come together. I'll tuck our thumb in like so, and we're going to curl our fingers, attacking with the blade of our palm like so. Everything that we do in our Aikido is a full body movement, so I want you guys, when you're attacking Yokumen Uchi, not to just move your hands like this, but to move your center, move your hips, and make it a full body exchange. Let's go right side for the first portion, and then we'll move into the left side. Let's do it. Now let's move on to the left side. So we'll take our left kamae, we'll pull our left hip back, raise my left fingertips to my forehead, my right hand raises as well, as if we're raising the sword, and then we push our hip out and attack Yokumen Uchi from our center. Next one is our urakenuchi. Our urakenuchi is our back fist movement. Urakenuchi is used to create kuzushi. Kuzushi is an off balance or a balance break. So unlike yokomeuchi, which is used to start an exchange, urakenuchi is used just to create a little off balance on your partner so that you can take that balance further and then find your aikiwaza, your aikido techniques. So let's move into our urakenuchi. Starting on the right side, let's take our kamae again. For this, we're going to alternate right side and left side. So here we're going to drop our center and we're going to face our palms to ourselves like so. From here, I'm going to gently lift my center and flick out my urakenuchi. So it's a very simple movement here. I drop my center and I launch my little back fist from my center and from my hips. I drop, flick. And then we move on to the left side where I drop, flick. Like so. Alternating right side, left side. Let's do it. Let's move on to the left side now. So we're taking our left kamae, dropping our center, flicking our back fist on the left side, and then dropping our center, back fist on the right side. Let's do it. Beautiful work, everybody. Now let's move into putting these two movements together. So we'll take our right kamae like so. We're going to attack yokomeuchi here, drop, and then back fist with our rear hand like so. The action looks like this. Ich, ni. Ich, ni. Let's do it right side to begin. Moving on to the left side now. Left kamae. We attack yokomeuchi on the left, urakenuchi on the right. Let's do it. Good work, everybody. We should be generating a good amount of heat by now. Let's move into a little bit of footwork. So our first pattern for our footwork is going to be our tenkan action. So here we're going to take our right kamae like so. My hands are going to be engaged and floating just up like so. I'm going to pivot on my front foot and spin my back leg and turn my palms up like this. I'll pull back, come forward into my left side, spin, palms up. Right side, left side, let's do it. Good work, everybody. Now let's move into our Irimi Tenkan movement. Our Irimi Tenkan is pretty much the same action, except this time we're going to step our back foot in, pivot on that rear leg, spin the back leg around, and then we end up in the opposite kamae. Now I'm going to stay in this orientation. I'll step my back foot, pivot, spin for our Irimi Tenkan action. My hands are going to do the exact same action that they were doing just before. Let's do it. Beautiful work, everybody. Let's move into our first technique, which is our Shihonage Omote. We're going to take our right kamae like so. My imaginary partner is going to grab my rear wrist here, and they're going to engage with a pulling action. So as my partner pulls, I'm going to drop my center so that I have base, and I'm going to flick out my Urakenuchi strike like this to disrupt my partner's balance and stop them from pulling me too far forward. So my partner pulls, I drop my base, I flick out my Urakenuchi strike. My right hand is going to grab my partner's wrist like so, and I'm going to open my right foot or my front foot 45 degrees here. I'm going to step through with my left leg or my rear leg, and I'm going to raise my hands up to my forehead like so. I'm going to turn my hips while keeping my hands in front of my forehead like this and pull my back leg in just a little bit so that I can push off my back leg, extend forward and drop into our Shihonage technique. From this position here, I've pinned my partner's arm, I'm controlling my partner's shoulder, I'm going to raise my left hand, I'm going to drop it. Strike similar to a Yokomeuchi strike onto my partner's head. Here I'll pivot away, stand up, and then do the technique again. So with instruction, once more, we take our right kamae, my partner grabs my back wrist, I drop my base, I flick out my Urakenuchi. My right hand takes my partner's wrist, I open my front foot, I step through with my back foot, I turn my hips while keeping my hands in front of my head, I pull this back foot in so that I can push off of it and throw my partner for Shihonage, and we finish with the strike to the head. Let's do this just on the right side for now. Beautiful work, everybody. Now let's move on to the left side. So we'll take our left kamae. My partner's going to pull my rear hand. I'm going to drop my base and flick out my back fist. My left hand takes my partner's wrist and I open my left leg. Step through with my right leg. Turn my hips, bring my back leg in a little, and then extend with my left leg, pin my partner's hand and strike to my partner's head like so. Let's do it. Beautiful work, everybody. We're almost there. Very last exercise for today will be an Ushiro Nage drill. Ushiro Nage is a throw where we control our partner's shoulders and we throw them from behind. Ushiro, behind, Nage, throw, behind, throw. So for this drill, we're going to start in our right kamae. We're going to imagine that our partner is attacking shomei-uchi. So we're going to raise both of our hands like so. From here, we're going to step our back foot in, pivot, spin our front foot, place our hands on our partner's shoulder, and drop for our Ushiro Nage. The footwork is exactly the same as our Irimi Tenkan movement that we did at the start of the class, but now we're just pairing some upper body work to it. Let's go through it one more time. So I'm in my right kamae. I raise my hands, I step my back leg, pivot, turn, hands on my partner's shoulder, and drop my center and my weight. Here, I'm in my left kamae already, so I raise my left hand, step my back leg, pivot, spin, drop. So it looks like this in full motion. Let's do it all together to finish off strong. 1 minute of our Ushiro Nage drills. Let's do it. Thank you guys so much. I hope you enjoyed. I'm sure you guys smashed it. Like I said at the start of class, we have heaps of exciting YouTube videos on the way, so please like and subscribe to join us on this magnificent journey. We'll see you guys at the next one. Os!